what you practiced with your partner. Did you have a good time?
Yes.
Yes. You had a good partner?
Yes.
All right. Did you thank your partner? Thank you for everything, my dear partner. Did you thank your partner? Yes, I thanked her. Or yes, I thanked him. Right. Okay. Let's go. Everyone look at page 183. I want to hear your beautiful pronunciation on the question. Number 1. All right. Can you ask me? All together. Let me hear you ask question number 1. What are they going to name their daughter? Kim or Kendra? Okay, what's a good answer? I don't know, but I think they ought to name her Kim. But you didn't give a name. Some of you just name her, but you didn't tell me any name. You can't say I think they're going to name her. Of course they're going to name her. They're going to name her something, but you have to tell us what name. I think they ought to name her Kendra. Kendra. That's my niece's name. Yeah. So my brother and my sister-in-law, when they had their daughter, they named her Kendra. Right, right. Okay. Ask me question number 2.
Jim or John?
What are they going to name their son? Jim or John? Okay, answer. Give me an answer. I don't know. But I think they ought to name him Jim. Or, I don't know. But I think they ought to name him John. Got to practice both. Don't just tell me, John, Jin, John. Don't just tell me just the name. Tell me the whole sentence. Okay, let's try number 3. Ask the question for number 3. What are they going to name their son? Wayne or William? Okay, answer with the first name. I don't know. But I think they ought to name him Wayne. All right, now answer with the second name. I don't know. But I think they ought to name him William. All right, let me tell you about this. My husband's cousin's name, his original name is a Chinese name, but he wanted to use an American name, an English name, when he came here, just like some of you. And first time he chose the name Wayne, but he couldn't pronounce it well enough. So when he named himself Wayne, and he sounded like Wing, then people couldn't really understand what his name was. So I made a suggestion. If you choose a name that you cannot pronounce, then what do you think other people will do with it? It will be difficult. It's not any better than your foreign name because it sounds foreign to them. All right, so he had trouble with the N in Wayne, like some of you do. And he also had trouble with the A. So he wasn't saying Wayne. It sounded a little bit like Wing. So I suggested, how about choosing a name that has 2 syllables? When a name only has 1 syllable and you miss all of the sounds, it's really hard. But if the name has 2 syllables, you have a chance of getting some of that right. So he decided on the name William. William. So now he goes by the name William. When he introduces himself, he says, my name's William. All right? And even though some of you might have the same problem with at the end, William. Even if you say William, then most people will hear it and guess that your name is William. So there weren't as many problems. So some of you haven't chosen an American name, and maybe you won't ever do that. But maybe someday you'll decide to do that. Try to get one that you can pronounce. Yeah? And if you're not sure about it, ask an expert like me, and I'll help you out. All right. Let's try another one. Let's go to the one on page 186, and let's see if you can ask me the first question on page 186. It's actually number 4. It's actually at number 4 at the bottom. Okay. What are they going to name their daughter? Penny or Pam? What are they going to name their daughter? Penny or Pam? I don't know. But I think they ought to name her Penny. Okay, now choose the second name. Say, I don't know, but I think they ought to name her Pam. Right. Okay. All right, ask me about question number 5. What are they going to name their son, Sam or Stan? Okay, answer with the first name. I don't know, but I think they ought to name him Sam. I think they ought to name him Sam. Okay, now choose a second name. I don't know, but I think they ought to name him. I think they ought to name him Stan. I think they ought to name him Stan. I have some friends who are named Stan, and I also have friends named Sam. And I want to tell you also, Sam can be a girl's name and a boy's name. Did you know that? Sam? Yeah. Okay, so Sam for a boy's name often, but not always, often it's a short for Samuel. Samuel, and Sam. And for a woman, Sam is short for Samantha. Have you heard the name Samantha? Yes. Okay, maybe you like that TH in there, right? Samantha. Samantha. Yeah, Samantha. So sometimes if a girl's named Samantha, then her nickname is Sam. Sam or Sammy. Well, we have her name's Sam. Yeah, maybe her name is Samantha. You can ask later. If her last name, her full name. Her full name might be Samantha. Like my neighbor's daughter is named Samantha, but all her friends call her Sam. Sam, right. Yeah, so a boy's name, Sam. I know a boy's name. I know a boy whose name is Sam, and his parents named him Sam, but they didn't name him Samuel. So some people name their child Samuel, and then a nickname they call him Sam. But my friends, when they adopted their son, they just called him Sam. Was short name. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to number 6. Can you ask me number 6, please? What are they going to name their daughter? Linda or Nilda? Have you heard these names before? No. Okay, Linda is very popular, very common name, right? You've heard of this name? Yes. Have you heard of the Nilda? No. Nilda? Yeah, I think if you're a Spanish speaker, you've heard of Nilda, right? Because it's a common name. It's a Spanish name. Actually, Linda is a Spanish name too. What does Linda mean? Linda. Oh, okay, Linda. Ay, yeah, okay, Linda. What does that mean? How pretty. Really pretty. Yeah, Linda is pretty. So Linda, in English, if your name is Linda, then you must be pretty. Okay. Does Nilda have a name? A meaning? Maybe not. Yeah. I know somebody named Nilda, but I know a lot more people named Linda than Nilda. So it's not as common. All right. So what are they going to name their daughter? Linda or Nilda? Choose the first name. I don't know. But I think they ought to name her Linda. Okay, now choose the second name. I don't know. But I think they ought to name her Nilda. Okay, that was fun, right? You sound a lot more fluent after practice.